Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective tarot for today. Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. You may follow me on the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. God's kiss, right? Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. It just means it wasn't meant for you. If you don't feel it in your bones, if you don't feel it in your gut, it's not for you. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at his website, intuitiveintention.com, My Intuitive Intention on Etsy, and also the TikTok shop. He sells his decks there. On the weekends, he usually does free readings on TikTok. But I'm not gonna lie, he's probably almost done for the day if he was doing one. He usually does it between 4 and 6 Central Time, which is like 3 to 5 his time, I think. He's in Colorado. Okay, are you going to give me a reading to reverse the reading from yesterday? We got 1 on the table and it's in reverse. 2 on the table, 1 reverse. 3 on the table, 1 reverse. This is interesting. Oh, I just got like a sense of ick. Like when you feel like sick, but you get that first initial wave and it just suddenly hits you and you're like, oh, yeah, I got that. We got 4 on the table. We got 4 on the table. We got 1 card in reverse and we got 1 major. It's kind of making me rethink the fact that I was going to have taquitos for my dinner. Maybe I should go get that cheeseburger. I was actually going to go to the store last night and just get a couple TV dinners. And then it started to rain and get nasty out. And they said a big storm was coming last night. I was like, you're full of it. But instead, I decided to just drive to the gas station and get I wanted 2 protein drinks and 2 Red Bulls for today and for tomorrow for work. And I just got that. I didn't go to the store. That storm last night was crazy. Like, it kept waking me up. And I thought that I heard water leaking into my condo, like from the window. And I've had that happen before, but it's not like, it's just like a little bit, because whoever lived here before, it was a rental. They messed up some of the bottom parts of the windows where you can tell, like this one right here, the owner tried to glue it so that it wouldn't like leak. It still leaks. And the one in my bedroom does too. And I thought I heard it like leaking, but like a lot, like puddling on the floor. And I got up and it was fine. It was just me like hearing the rain hit the window or something. I don't know. But yeah, that storm was kind of crazy last night. And the night before, I slept with the cats. So last night, I locked them out. And I felt bad because I know they were upset by the storm, but I needed my sleep. Okay. The feeling is pretty much gone. We got 7 on the table. We've got 2 cards in reverse and we've got 2 major. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. 8 cards on the table. One more shuffle. Okay, so we got 9 cards with bottom of the deck. We've got 2 cards in reverse, and we have 3 major arcana. Top of the deck is 7 of Pentacles, the Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Last Judgment, and Strength. Someone is manifesting for something, but they're under judgment. And I know it says last judgment, self-evaluation, but I'm not getting that. Like, someone is manifesting for something, but they're under judgment. And it doesn't necessarily mean, like, if we're talking spiritual court, it doesn't necessarily mean someone actually did something bad, but there's a question there. And whatever they're manifesting for is being held back. And whoever this person is, they're being called to have patience and strength. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Cups and the Moon. Somebody heard something that they didn't want to hear, and they're not happy about it. That's all I got from that. Somebody heard something they didn't want to hear, they didn't expect to hear, and they're not happy about it. King of Pentacles in reverse. We've got 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, the Tower, Page of Wands. I don't know if you can hear that. That's sirens. We got Justice. We've got Knight of Wands in reverse. We got 4 of Cups. And we've got the High Priest on bottom of the deck. High Priest. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever that icky feeling was, that is gone. Which is good, because nobody wants to feel that. So when these first 4 cards fell out, this is what I heard. Someone was supposed to be in some type of connection, and with the 7 of Wands, like, this was set in stone. Like if this was supposed to be 2 people coming together, this was set in stone. If this is someone that's supposed to go towards a career, a job, like, that was set in stone. That's something that they were supposed to do, right? There's a Tower moment, because whoever this person is with the King of Pentacles in reverse, and it's giving me person. It doesn't matter if, again, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter, but they're not doing what they need to do to get where they're supposed to go. It's basically somebody in denial. It's somebody that I just heard, I can't live up to your expectations. It's somebody that feels like whatever is expected of them, whatever this connection is, again, whether it's love or something else, because it doesn't always just have to be about love, but whatever this connection is, like they don't feel like they're good enough. They don't feel like they're worthy enough. And it's created this tower moment because technically with the high priest and the justice, like this was supposed to be karma. Like this was supposed to this was supposed to happen. So if it is a love situation, right? And I'm just going to use this scenario. So bear with me. Someone's a good person and someone's not a good person, but they meet and they don't necessarily recognize that in each other right away. And they have like a little fling or affair or something, let's say. And this connection was actually supposed to take off. Like these two people were actually supposed to come together and almost like a twin flame kind of thing, like trigger each other to be better, if that makes sense. So the better person gets even better, and the one that's like not a good person becomes a good person. Like this was supposed to happen. I don't know if that was thunder or if that was a truck going by. Um, this would have been justice for both of them. Like this would have been the connection. Like they were supposed to be together. And it was supposed to be wanted. Like these two people were supposed to meet and come together and kind of supposed to know. Like, oh shit, like I think we have a connection here. I think we're supposed to be together. Like let's make this work. Let's grow together. Let's change. Let's evolve. Either one or both of these people didn't realize there was little interest there. So like again, if this was two people coming together for like a fling, like they both literally just thought it was a fling, and after it was over, they went their separate ways, not really recognizing that there was probably more there to it that they just didn't see. And again, with the high priest, maybe they were unwilling to see it. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. Because here's the thing. We always say divine timing, right? Divinely guided, divine timing. God has it in his head that things are going to happen when they're going to happen. Pardon me. But sometimes humans don't play along, right? Like when we talk about God being in charge of billions of people on this planet, like how is he supposed to wrangle them all in to do what he wants them to do? And we are earthly beings. We are humans. So we have faults. We have virtues, we have faults. We make mistakes. Sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. So it very much gives like again, if this is two people in a connection, like they didn't know. Like they came together, did whatever they did, and then went their separate ways. Um because they didn't see the value in the connection at the time. And you could always say like one person saw it and one person didn't, I mean, take how it resonates. There was it's like stuck energy, it's like stagnation energy. Like neither one of them at the time together, like it wasn't moving forward like it was supposed to. And again, if we don't really know, if we're just down here humaning, if we're not using our intuition, if we're not paying attention to signs, you could literally let your soulmate just walk right out the door. You don't know. And this goes for the same if like this is, this could be a connection with another person, like a family member, a friend. This could be a connection, again, to a job, a career. This could be your connection. This could be your connection to the divine, baby. Like, it just depends on how you want to look at this reading. Because this could be somebody, that was raised religiously and then kind of went off the deep end, and they're supposed to come back around to religion or to God. I mean, you don't have to go back to religion. If you were Catholic, but then as you get older, you're like, well, Catholicism is bullshit. But then you realize, like, you believe in God. You don't have to go back to Catholicism. You could believe in something else. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in, right? Where do you think spirituality comes from? You believe in God. You believe in a higher entity, right? Universe, source. You just don't necessarily believe in all that bullshit that everybody tries to feed into you. Catholicism, Buddhism, Muslim. Like, you just believe that there's a God, and you believe that you follow them and you live your life truthfully, and that's the best you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're still believing. You don't have to say Hail Marys and, sit in a box on Sunday and tell somebody all your sins from the week. God already knows your sins. If you went to the Kroger down the street and you stole a loaf of bread because your kids were hungry and you couldn't afford to feed them anything, God already knows you did that. God was there. God's not going to stop you. You're going to do what you need to do. But he was there. This literally could be about a connection to anything. A connection between, like, two people, a connection between a person and a job, a connection. I mean, it could be anything. The thing is whatever this connection it's justice, whether it's between two people or a person in religion or a person in a job or a person and an animal, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter. It was justice. It was supposed to be justice for at least one person, I would say. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of resonates for me, like, on the level of, like, human to human, person to person, only because, and I think I've talked about this maybe once or twice before, but I don't think I really went into depth with you guys on my thoughts and feelings on this. And I think I've told you this already, but a few months ago, a friend of mine asked me to read a book that one of her friends wrote. Now, this friend of mine is older than me by like 10 to 15 years, okay? Female. And the book that she wanted me to read was written by a male friend from a long time ago. They're still friends. And they're around the same age. Uh I thought I thought she was going to buy the book and we were going to, like, read it, like, read it together and, like, share our thoughts and opinions. That is not what happened. As far as I know, I'm the only one that read the book. And I ordered the book off Amazon, and I got it, and I texted her. I said, "Oh, I got the book." I said, "I'm going to start reading it." And she's like, "Oh, good. Let me know what you think." And I was like, I got this overwhelming feeling, and I'm not even going to lie. I got this overwhelming feeling that she really just wanted to promote her friend's book and wanted people to go out and buy it so that she could say like, "Oh, I told my friends to buy your book." Some of them did, but I don't think she did. And maybe I could be wrong. Maybe she did. Maybe she eventually did. I don't know. I read the book. Um, it was written by this man who has a military background, business background. Um, he's spiritual. Okay. I read this book and it was nice to see someone spiritual, but from the perspective of like, I'm male. I used to be military for a long time. Um, I was in business. I did like I don't know, he did marketing or something. He did something. Now technically he's retired, but he kind of runs his own business, kind of sort of. Anywho, I read this book and I got really upset because since 2023 I've been on my journey and I have talked about it wholeheartedly with friends, specifically this female friend. And now I have this feeling like she just thinks like, "Oh, you're an idiot." Like it's a bunch of hooey. Um this man and I have a lot in common. And when I tell you that he wrote some things in his book that literally like made my spine tingle because I literally felt like they were in reference to me, like the unknown, like like we were supposed to meet and at the very least be friends. And the sad thing is being on this journey for 2.5 years now and her knowing about it and her recommending that I read this book, she knows, she knows damn well that the two of us have a lot in common and does not introduce us, does not facilitate some type of introduction. And when I tell you how disappointing that is, that someone is fearful of being cut out of a friendship so that two other people can be friends, it's really disappointing that people feel that way, you know, that you can't introduce two people because they might become better friends than you are with that person. Do you know what I mean? Like how shitty is that? How absolutely fucking shitty is that? I have not seen or talked to this friend since early May, I want to say. Her birthday was towards the end of May. I haven't talked to her since, like, I think the beginning of May. And I don't have any plans to reach out just because I'm so absolutely disappointed because I know that there's something there. I know that there's some type of reason why, like, why? Like, it doesn't, like, seriously. I don't think she watches any of my YouTube. She wasn't on TikTok. So I don't think she'll ever see this, but at this point I feel like if she did and she got upset, I almost feel like I don't care because I just don't get it. I don't get it. And when I tell you that there were references in this book to certain like things pertaining to my life, personal things, and he wrote these things in his book, I was shook. I was like, I literally went to the store and bought highlighters and started highlighting the things that he said that were about me. Like that I got the chills from. I'm like, he's talking about me. Like he doesn't realize it. but he's talking about me. And you can call me delusional, you can say I'm crazy, whatever. But I know what I felt when I read that book. I know how I felt afterwards. I know how I felt when she said, "Oh, let me know how it goes." Like, you're not going to read it? I think one of the things that really upset me after the fact is before I ever read the book, when she recommended for me to read the book, she told a story about her and her other friend just meeting him by chance at the lake and him talking about something about spirituality. And her friend were like silently making fun of him. And when he left, they made fun of him. And I literally now think, like, how many times has she laughed at me and thought I was a complete idiot because of what I told her that I believe or how I feel? It's just extremely disappointing. And it's funny because that connection with that writer, that man, this reminds me of that. Like, it was something that was supposed to be, and it was thwarted. Like, it did not come together. And I've never met him, right? I've never met him. It's funny. I wrote a review for his book on Amazon, and I found his YouTube channel and I subscribed. I think I'm literally the only subscriber. Um, and the only reason why I subscribed was because he had a playlist of like like sound waves, things like that, stuff to calm you down, stuff to relax you, stuff to give you energy, whatever it does for you. He had a whole playlist, and I enjoyed it. I watched a few videos, I listened to a few videos, and I enjoyed it. Um, so I subscribed to him, and he actually that's the reason why I created the playlist on my YouTube with other videos. I think one or two are from his playlist, but the other ones are ones that I found on YouTube that I enjoy. Um, but yeah, because of him, I was encouraged to do that here on YouTube, on my YouTube, our YouTube, right? Yeah, this resonates with that whole that whole thing. I just think I don't know. And I think about him a lot, honestly. I really do. I think I think he's been through a lot in his life, and I think he chose to generate positivity instead of negativity, right? And sometimes I think there's people out there that just do not understand the positivity. They just don't get it. They just don't, and they probably never will, you know? Sadly. But this definitely resonates for me with that story. And I think this could resonate for anybody. Pardon me. He actually had a book signing for his book. I think it was earlier in the year. I can't remember. February maybe. And I was going to go and I didn't go. I didn't feel good. I felt like crap. So I didn't go. And who's to say, I could have went and met him and had him sign my book, and we could have had a conversation or not. I mean, it would have went the way it went. But I do regret not going. I should have kicked my ass in gear and went. I just did not feel good. It's never too late to turn this type of thing around. It's never too late. And I don't ever want to hear somebody say it's too late. It's never too late. Right? Maybe I'll take my own advice someday. I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on long enough. I hope the message resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you all are having a great day, a great weekend, whatever the case. I'll talk to you later.